while since I've done a live workout. Holy moly. But I figured this was a nice way to hold myself accountable and get my workout in. Justine is on a 3-week trip in Europe, so we're hoping to do some lives, but it is a little hard with the time change to schedule that. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe next week we'll get a live in. But for now, you get me and a workout. And I really wanted to focus on a strength workout. I feel like a lot of times, especially group fitness, the focus is on getting your heart rate up, getting sweaty, doing a lot of exercises, doing a lot of reps. It's kind of like keeping you busy the whole time. And I just wanted to show you how I work out because it's a little different. It's even a little different from how I do my classes. And I have to admit, a lot of times I do those classes or have in the past because that felt like what people wanted, but it's not necessarily what might be best. We have the fitness trackers, so people are tracking their heart rate and they want to get it up as high as possible and burn as many calories as possible. But if you want to get stronger, you need to focus on strength exercises with rest, with what's called progressive overload, which is progressively adding weight. So I generally will do the same workouts for about 4 weeks and then I change them. So there's a little bit of repetition because each week I want to try to add weight or a rep or two or just some kind of challenge when I can. And then I want to change them eventually because they're going to get boring. But if you're doing this different workout all the time, you're not getting a chance to actually adapt to it and challenge yourself with heavier weights each time. And a lot of soreness comes from the novelty of different exercises and different workouts every time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting stronger because you're getting sore. And then on the other end of things, doing the same workout for months, years, hi Megan, is not going to be super helpful. So we want to find that sweet spot between variety and sticking with the same thing as long as you need to. So today is going to be a full body workout, and all you need is some dumbbells. And as I said in the message, in the post, ideally if you have a variety of dumbbells, that would be great, but I understand that not everybody has that in their home gym, so no problem. And my plan is to type up this workout and put it in the comments so you can do it on your own. Maybe if you're a gym goer, you can take it to the gym with you. We're going to have a better variety of weights. So I usually do foam roll before I start my workout, which I did already. So we're going to move right into the second part of my workout, which is dynamic stretching. And I try to do this actually before I play tennis as well. In an ideal world, it doesn't always happen. We're going to start with a little bit of shoulder mobility and a little mobility for that middle to upper back area. So you can lay down and bring that top knee. That's going to stay on the floor. I've got my bottom arm stretched out. I'm going to meet it with this one. And then I'm going to come up. I'm going to watch my hand as I go around in a circle. That knee staying on the floor. I'm following my hand. This one, I think most people that I work with really enjoy the stretch, to be honest. It's pretty nice. Good. I'm going to do 2 more. And the difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching, good, switching sides. Dynamic stretching, we're moving through a range of motion, getting ready for the more movement of your workout, warming up your muscles, getting the blood flowing. So this is definitely recommended over static stretching for before exercise or before sport. So we'll keep that in mind. All right, good. Another one of my favorites. We're going to come on hands and knees. You're going to bring your right leg out to the side. And then you're going to rock your butt back to your heel. So a nice stretch to the inner thigh. And when you return to the neutral position, you're going to put your right hand on your head, And twist as you look up at your elbow. Hand goes down, butt goes back. Return your hips over your knee. Hand goes up for that twist. And repeat. And honestly, these are my bread and butter stretches. Pretty much do them every time. I don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel with this stuff. Other leg out straight. I will also say, if you're joining me for this workout and you're warming up and you have a part of your body that needs a little extra TLC, feel free to do your own stretches. You don't have to follow me. There's something that you really need to get done before you work out. So, you know you better than I do. And we're going to do one more. All right, excellent. Next, we're going to get those hip flexors opened up a little. Make sure that back toe is tucked under. This may hurt the knee a little bit more, so you might need to roll your mat to give you a little more padding. And then you're going to do some circles on that back leg. Looks a little awkward, but it's good. And we'll switch directions of the circles. All right, other side. Circles. I also haven't worked out and talked at the same time in a while, so I'm out of shape for that. So you may hear some heavy breathing. I apologize, but at least you know I'm a human being and not just some kind of fitness robot. All right, I do like to do a little bit of downward dog. Get stretched out there, and I'm going to move my hips around in a circle. And the other direction. I'm going to walk the dog a little, bring one heel up, and then the other, alternating. Excellent. And then I'm going to come up to standing. And we're going to do a little lateral lunge. And you're going to reach your arms up. And we'll just stick with one side for now. Try not to reach your arms up like this. We're actually trying to stretch the shoulders out here too. So try to get those arms straight and shoulders back as you go over here. And that actually can be a tough thing. So you can bring them out a little wider if you need to. And we'll do one more on this side, and then we'll switch sides. And I'm getting warm enough to need to take my sweatshirt off. Because thankfully, it's not quite freezing in my basement yet. So I'll take a second to take that off. And I hope you're working out with me, Anne. That would be lovely. It's been so long. All right. And then usually for my workouts, I start with a couple sets of core and glutes. And I'm going to go into a giant dead bug rant. Who doesn't like those? Okay, so I do dead bugs pretty much every time I work out. I don't actually add too much challenge to them. I don't try to make it too crazy, but I really, really focus on my form. So with that, for me, I'm going to have my legs straight, but if this is hard for you, you're going to keep them bent. One thing I noticed with dead bugs, watch my arm. What did it do? It bent, right? So keep your arms straight, opposite, and stretch all the way out and back up. Other thing is, when I switch legs, I try to keep this leg that's in the air very still. So I don't have a lot of countering with the leg that's in the air. And then lastly, the best part is a big exhale as you lower that leg. And you notice how slow I'm doing these? A lot of people just rush through them. We're going to do one more on a side. Big stretch. And Big stretch, exhale. Good. All right, so we're gonna do some single leg bridges. I'm gonna hug one of my knees into my chest, and the foot's gonna be not quite directly under the knee, but just a little out in front. Keep my weight in the heels and driving through. So this form of the bridge really keeps your spine in a neutral position, which is annoying because it means you can't arch your back and go higher up. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. But you're actually using your butt and your hamstrings instead of just arching your back to get yourself in the air. So that's good. And let's do the other side. Other thing to think about is to keep this leg really close to your body, because a lot of people will use it and pump with it like that. So keep it in tight and keep the motion and the effort in the foot, in the leg that has the foot on the floor. I will do 2 more. Bloop. And good. Last thing I do is a little extra shoulder mobility in with my core. I think it's important for everybody. A lot of what I do has to do with tennis too. So I just want to keep my shoulders mobile. So what you're going to do is lay on the floor with your arms like this, and we're going to go up into a Y position and then back down again. You may have seen this against a wall. It's actually a little easier on the floor. So the lower back stays pushed into the floor. Ideally, your whole arm and hand, back of your hand, stays on the floor and you do this. But that just might not be the case for you, and you can do your best here. So I'll do about 6 of these, and this is incorporated in this little mini first circuit. Just getting my core going. Good. And then we're going to go back to the dead bugs. I'm not going to talk as much through this one. 10 total, 5 on a side. Think about that leg that's in the air, that's straight up. Don't move it when your other leg comes up. Really keep it still. I think that was 5 on the side. I don't know. And we've got the glute bridges. We're going to do 6 of those. Those are just getting your abs, getting your glutes ready to do some work. Good. 2 more. And then another side. All right, excellent. And I'm going to do 1 more round of those floor slides. Arms are up. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Make sure your lower back is pushed into the floor. Reaching up straight, coming back down so your elbows are about even with your shoulders, and back up again. For some of you, this is going to be like, this isn't hard, Jen. This is silly. For others, you're going to be like, this is freaking hard. I can't even put the back of my hand on the floor, or one arm doesn't want to go all the way up. We all have different situations when it comes to mobility. All right, cool. So, glutes and abs officially activated. Next, lecture number 2 for the day. We're going to do some plyometrics. So every workout that I do, I generally have an element of explosive or plyometric movement. So that's can be jumping or kettlebell swings or snatches, something where I move very quickly. A lot of times this movement type is used to get your heart rate up and to fatigue you. That is not my purpose here. I want to do low reps. I want to take time in between each rep, and I want to move as explosively as I can. So if you're doing jump squats and you just do them over and over again 20 times, by the last few, there's no explosiveness anymore. You're just kind of like flopping through the air. So we're going to do jump squats, but we're only going to do 5, and we're gonna reset between each of them, but we're gonna go as high as we can each time. So what that looks like is squatting down, arms go behind you, and then as we go up, hands are gonna go in the air, and we're gonna land. Reset. Squat down, go up, reset. If you can't jump, just go down and then reset. So don't leave the ground, but do focus on pushing up as fast as you can. All right, I think we have 2 more of these to go, or 3. Down, push, and back down. And 1 more. Good. All right, Ginger. And then generally with the plyometric movement, I do some kind of crawling movement. Sorry, but it's so good for your core, so good for your stability, shoulder strength, all kinds of things. So we're gonna bear crawl. You're gonna start on your hands and knees. Make sure your knees are right under your hips. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. And then we're going to lift the knees just barely off the floor. And we're going to take small steps. You're going to do 10 of them. Keep your hips level. Don't wiggle them. You're not being a sexy bear here. Good. So we're not killing ourselves with those bear crawls. Just a minor challenge. We're going to do 3 sets. So I'll take a little time. I'm not going to go right from one to the other. I want to make sure that I'm recovered before I do those jump squats. And one of the things about like plyometrics and explosive movements is people might think like, I don't need that. Like I do it because of tennis. But you have 2 kinds of muscle fibers. You have fast twitch muscle fibers and slow twitch muscle fibers. And as we age, we stop using the fast twitch muscle fibers, but they really help for things like if you're about to fall, you can move quickly and catch yourself. If you have to take that last push to get your kayak up on your car, things like that. So it is really important, especially as you age, to find ways to incorporate these movements. And that might not mean jumping as you get older, but you need to find ways to move explosively. All right, back to the jump squats. Down, up. 1, 2. Try to land as softly as possible. Don't let your knees collapse. Push them out as you land. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, good. The dreaded bear crawl. Go, level, small steps, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. I'm going to take a little breather here. The talking makes this worse while you're doing it. I swear I wouldn't normally be this out of breath. Woo! All right, last round. If you can, on these jump squats, hold dumbbells in your hands. And like, this is my first month of these workouts. So maybe next month, the only thing that will change is that I'll add weight to these. All right. 1, 2, 3. And it's funny when I'm playing tennis, people are always like, oh, you're going to jump in because whatever. And the fact is, because sometimes I'll jump and get shots, and it's because I practice jumping that I'm able to do it. So, all right. All right, beauteous. Oh, that explosive circuit's done. So next, generally, there'll be 3 or 4 exercises. We'll have a main leg exercise. We'll have an upper body push, an upper body pull, and today I'm going to incorporate a little rotational work as well. So we're going to divide it into 2 circuits. So really, not doing a ton of exercises here. What do I have to wait? Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is a single leg deadlift. I am going to do a set of 8 with 20 pounds, and if it feels easy, I'm going to add weight for the next round. So at 8 reps, if you finish and you're like, that was pretty easy, and you have access to heavier dumbbells, give it a try in the second round. So I'm going to stand on the left foot, soft bend in the knee. You can keep your back toe down if you need to for balance. And you're going to push your hips back, drive forward, and come up. Good. Remember to keep your shoulders pulled back the whole time. Don't turn into the Hunchback of Notre Dame when you go down. I have 3 more. And I have 1 more. All right, other side. Soft bend in the knee. Very normal to have one leg that you balance on so easily, and another leg that causes you issues. That's why it's so good to do this single leg stuff. 3 more. All right, I'm going to change them out. I'm going to go for 25. I have those adjustable dumbbells. Okay. All right. The one other exercise we're going to do is going to be a cross-body lift. So, picking a weight that you feel okay, like overhead pressing for 8 reps. You're going to be down on your right knee. And I've got a kettlebell, but you can do this with a dumbbell, holding the ends or holding it in the middle. If you have a kettlebell, you're going to hold down where the handle meets the bell. Make sure that you're lined up in this half kneeling position, 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle with your back leg, toe tucked under, hips forward, okay? All right, and you're going to come down. Your shoulders are allowed to twist in this, but your hips don't. So a little twist to the shoulders, bring it up to your chest, little twist to the shoulders as you come up and back down. This half kneeling position forces a little more challenge with your balance. We're going to do 8 of these. Got 2 more. Woo. All right. All right, other side. Make sure you're lined up. Make sure your hips are square. Front legs at a 90-degree angle. Back legs at a 90-degree angle. Hips are forward. This is hitting our core with that twist. And it does work the shoulders a little bit. In addition, we got 4 more. 7. Whew. All right. Cool. I'm going to take a little breather. My tripod's crooked, but it's just the way it's going to be. So I won't start the next exercise till I feel recovered. If you always feel recovered, maybe the weight that you're using is not that challenging. You're like, come on, Jen, let's go. You might be able to do a little more challenging weight. Okay, I may regret this. I got the 25s for the deadlifts here. I'm gonna start with my right leg, because that one was harder. And I'm gonna really push my hips back, squeeze my butt, drive my hips forward. Counting down from 8, up 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and last one. Good. Really important that the weight rocks back into your heel and your hip goes behind your foot. So back. 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Whew, definitely felt that extra weight. I'm going to take a little rest. The crossbody lift is next. I'm going to start on my left knee this time. I have beef stew in my Instant Pot right now, so I'm excited about that. All right, my back foot's tucked under. Shoulders do a little rotating. Woo! Staying nice and strong. Solid. Imagine as you're doing the movement that you're demoing it for someone else and you want it to look crisp and clean. 2 more. Like you're moving with purpose. Okie dokie. All right, other side. So for perspective, I'm not crazy strong. I honestly in the summer don't lift a ton of weights. So this is about 18 pounds that I'm lifting. One more. All right. Awesome. 2 rounds down. You grab a little drink if you need it. Last chance if you want to add weight for either exercise. The last circuit. Or you can really focus on your form. Whatever you want to do to add a little challenge for this last one. Okay. Deadlifts. I'm going to do that right leg again. Really push the hip back. Come back up. I'm driving myself away from my foot. Really bracing in that hip. Halfway there. 4 more. Good. Other side. Two more. form of crossbody. I know I didn't say a lot in that last step there, but I was focusing on getting my shit done. All right, here we go. Strong through the abs, strong through the arms. Even your legs on this. Have a good butt squeeze. Everything is solid. We're not loosey-goosey here. All right? Squeeze that butt. That exhale is as you lift. 2 more. All right, nice. Okay, okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. 1. All right, that circuit's done. We got one more circuit to go. So generally, my whole workout from warm up to all of it takes 30 to 35 minutes, and I do 2 a week. That's it. All right? I think sometimes we tell ourselves that we need to do a lot more than we really do, and then you can't meet those super high expectations you have for yourself, so you think, well, I can't do it, 5 days a week, so why even bother? And I say, yes, bother, because just 2 30-minute sessions a week will make a difference. Okay, I'm going to get a little sip of water, and we're going to move on to the final circuit. We're going to do some push-ups. Normally right now, I'm actually doing elevated push-ups. So I try to find something about waist height. So it's easier at the gym. I can use the bar on the Smith machine and adjust that, but I don't have that set up here. So I am going to do push-ups from my knees. I might try like a couple half modified. When it comes to push-ups, you want to make sure that your hands are under your shoulders, not out in front, okay? You want to make sure that your elbows come at a 45-degree angle, not this or this. All right, we're not doing yoga push-ups, and the reason I don't like yoga push-ups is because it forces people to round their shoulders, and this way I can stretch my chest. All right, so we're going to do 8 reps. So pick a version of push-ups where 8 reps is challenging but doable. That might mean you elevate so your hands are on a table or a couch. It might mean for you, you do your feet elevated if you're really good at push-ups, or you put a little weight on your back. Because for some people, 8 might be too easy. That is not the case for me. All right, so the half modified version starts on the toes, lower down when I get to the bottom, back to the knees. And I'll probably do a couple this way. That's 3, and I'm going to go back to just knees for the last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one. All right. Push-ups, always challenging. Okay, I'm going to slide a bench over here, just a wee bit. Next exercise is a 1-arm row. If you've only got 10 pounds at your house, I'm gonna guess that's probably too light for this. If you have a 10 and a 5 and you can have both in your hand, in one hand, that would be good. But this is one of the upper body exercises that people can usually lift the most amount of weight. So just think about that when you're choosing what weight to do. You have two choices for your legs. More challenging for your core is to have this square stance. If you struggle with back pain, bring one foot forward, other back, and that's going to be easier on your back. And we're going to do 8 reps. 7, 6, 5. Really pull that shoulder blade up. 3, 2, 1. So this is coming from the shoulder blade, not just the elbow moving. All right. Other side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So that was 30 pounds. I think we're gonna go up to 35 today. I feel in the push-ups, we did those cross-body lifts, so I feel like more fatigued in my shoulders. So my push-ups feel more lame. But that's kind of the way it rolls. It really depends what you do, what order you do things in. Maybe if we'd done the push-ups first, it might feel better. So that's something for me to keep in mind. All right. If you're doing push-ups with your knees, keep your feet on the floor. Don't pick them up, because we actually want to keep tension through the legs. All right, here we go. All right. Take a little breather. Oh yeah, I said I was going to switch my weight out. All right. See if I regret this. I'm going to take a little bit longer to recover. I'll make sure my arms are ready. Going up 5 pounds. Very exciting. And I'm going to start with my left arm, because that's my weaker side. Get that over with. All right, make sure your back's nice and flat. Remember, pull that shoulder blade, stretch that chest. All right, the other little weird thing people do is they like hook their arm in like this. Your hand should follow your elbow. It shouldn't be inside and your elbow out wider. All right, 8 of these bad boys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woohoo! I did it. Switching sides. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, awesome job. And, not everybody has heavy enough weights for those to be challenging. You can also add a 3-second pause at the top to make them a little harder if your weights are too light. And we'll say equipment's easier to come by right now, so if you're thinking of upgrading your gym, you'll probably be able to find stuff. So that's nice. Hey, it's the last round of push-ups. Yay, let's do this. Keep your head up. Don't let your head push to the floor. Keep that chin tucked. Good, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. All right, all we've got left is the rows, and then we're gonna stretch. So I'm not gonna do a finisher. I don't feel like doing that today. To tell you the truth, as far as like my cardio goes, I play a lot of tennis, so I don't necessarily feel the need to do cardio at the end. I also don't feel the need to finish a workout feeling really sweaty and tired and out of breath. I like when my workout makes me feel good and energized, and I feel like sometimes the finisher can just make you feel like poop, and that's not my goal. All right, last set of rows. Here we go, 8 reps. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I liked that weight because the last couple reps were hard but doable, and that's kind of like what you're looking for from that last set and those last few reps. Okay, so that's kind of just an idea of what I do for a workout. If I were short on time, I might skip the squat, jumps, and bear crawl and go right into the strength exercises, and that might get done in like 15-20 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you did it in the comments. Bye, everybody.